Involved shooting in Minneapolis. City officials pointing the finger at immigration enforcement operations.
Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara said when they arrived, they found a woman with a gunshot wound to the head who was later pronounced dead at a hospital.
This woman was in her vehicle and was blocking the roadway on Portland Avenue. At some point, a federal law enforcement officer approached her on foot and the vehicle began to drive off. At least 2 shots were fired.
He described her as a middle-aged white woman. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry told ICE to leave the city.
Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
Homeland Security's Assistant Secretary said they believe this was an incident of domestic terrorism.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. ICE says the vehicle was being used as a weapon to attack officers. President Trump just posting he watched a video that appears to show an officer fired in self-defense. The president adding these incidents are happening because the radical left is threatening and assaulting law enforcement officers. The Minneapolis mayor earlier calling the self-defense narrative garbage, also citing video evidence. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz moments ago accusing the Trump administration of governing by reality TV.
To Minnesotans, I say this: I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them.
He's urging any protests to remain peaceful. The White House pushing back on calls for elections anytime soon in Venezuela, following last weekend's capture of leader Nicolas Maduro.
It's too premature and too early to dictate a timetable for elections in Venezuela right now.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt also says the U.S. is easing some sanctions to allow the sale of Venezuelan oil. On Wall Street, a sell-off for the Dow, down 468 points at the bell. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
The cost of housing getting attention in Washington.
To address the issue of affordability, President Trump says he is taking steps to ban large institutional investors from buying more single-family homes and wants Congress to codify the action into law. In a Truth Social post, the president says he will discuss housing and affordability proposals later this month at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Private equity and real estate firms have purchased homes. Analysts say that practice can drive up costs by reducing supply of homes. Affordability has emerged as a top issue in the midterm elections as both parties make their cases for bringing down prices. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
The Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer says the Road to Housing Act already proposed would take steps to build more homes and boost federal oversight.
The Road Act, we would agree, is the beginning of what we need to do on housing. Not the middle, not the end, the beginning. But the fact that it could get done in a bipartisan way should give us all a lot of optimism that we can get some real things done on housing.
But Schumer says action is also needed to lower rental costs, which are making it harder for potential home buyers to save for a down payment. Health officials in South Carolina confirming another 26 measles cases reported since Friday, bringing the state's current outbreak to more than 200.
State epidemiologist Dr. Linda Bell.
This virus, as we've repeatedly reported, is so highly infectious that this virus is going to find every susceptible person in the population who gets exposed.
Most of the new cases are from known households and schools, plus 4 from churches.
Fox's Carmen Roberts, Dr. Bell urging more vaccination to help stop the outbreak. Recapping stocks, the Dow retreats, dropping 466 points back under 49K. The S&P also finishing lower after hitting new highs, down 23 points. But the NASDAQ ends in the green, up 37. I'm Lisa Brady. This is Fox News.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
it should not be controversial to say I will never say go Indiana. I bleed orange and blue.
Yes,
I will not say go Indiana.
Not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
Don't get me fired up today.
I would. We got plenty to get fired up about.
Don't get me going.
It's extremely dangerous.
I'll tell you what, I got a little fired up when we got here. You know, I always print out a run sheet for us. And someone left the printer completely backed up over there.
That move is prohibidado. And I say that in Spanish because that's how exotic and not allowed it is.
So now I'm all out of sorts.
I have no idea what we're doing today.
I got to read what's on the screen.
For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
Oh, we were fired up yesterday. Let me tell you. Still a little fired up. Just a hair right now, Evan Stone. Because the printer was still messed up when I got
It was
here.
close. It was
3 days worth of stuff sitting on that printer, baby. And I figured it out. You know what you had to do to fix it?
Kick it.
Kick it twice. Yep.
Oh, 2 kicks.
2 kicks.
Well, 2 kicks is a pretty big deal.
2 kicks and ask for Vecna to return tonight on Netflix. And
That's not happening.
No. But anyways, now, turns out all you had to do is just turn it off and back on. You know, I'm surprised somebody didn't see that earlier. ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. The heat is on, baby. We're fired up today. We're amped over the printer. No, it's good. Look at if you're watching the live stream.
We got papers.
You hear that? Those are papers that I just printed. They're still warm. I can put them on my face.
That means
my face warm.
Today's show is going to be very organized.
Oh, yeah. Nothing wacky here.
Intentional.
Mm-hmm.
We know exactly where we're going.
We know the whole deal, buddy. We'll get into some Illini headlines in just a few. Carson Gordy, our guy from WICS TV, does a great job covering the Illini as well. He's going to join us at 3:25, talk Illinois versus Rutgers. The men's game tomorrow night. Also, Brad Underwood met with the media today. We'll give you the full presser from Brad Underwood. Some interesting little nuggets in there in regards to how he's utilizing the lineup, et cetera, et cetera. But you just had a nugget for me in regards to some hot stove news as we come on the air today. The Cubs made a trade.
Yeah, the Cubs did something. We were talking about, maybe you got to turn something off and turn it back on. You got to blow into the cartridge a little bit. I was wondering if we need to do that in Chicago. But the Cubs made a move today. They are finalizing a trade to get Edward Cabrera from the Miami Marlins. And all day waiting to see what they gave up. And now, okay, surface level. Mm-hmm. I like the move, but this is Cabrera is a tantalizing pitcher. He's got some really interesting stuff. He's only 27, he'll be 28, I believe, when they kick off this season.
You're getting him in the prime of his career.
So I think you got him at least 3 years left on his deal, and so he'll be a middle rotation starting pitcher. You got your 3 guy locked in, which I really like. The catch is 2 things. He's not been able to stay healthy. He's been on the IL multiple times. I was reading buddy sent me a CBS Sports article about it. 9 times he's been on the IL. Now, I think
9 times. That's from Ferris Bueller,
Yeah.
which is before your time, I'm sure.
I've seen Ferris Bueller.
9 times.
Did you know that when they do the parade in Ferris Bueller that they were not actually, those weren't actors. They were
It was a real parade?
It was a real parade.
Yeah, a real parade. Anyways.
Did you also know that when Aragorn kicks that helmet, he breaks his toe in 2 towers?
I didn't know that one. That's a real injury he sustained, huh?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know he really broke his toe.
I was saying that jokingly because everyone says it every single time you watch that movie.
No, not me.
Yeah, it was a real thing. So 9 times, but I think like 4 of those times were not arm-related injuries, so not super worried about that.
Stubbed his toe, huh?
One was a sprained ankle, and a couple were blisters because that's baseball. The bigger issue that I have is you sent away Owen Casey, your top prospect, for a pitcher who I believe could be a key piece to a current run. But you're getting rid of your top prospect for the potential of a great pitcher. And I don't know how to feel about that. I really like Owen Casey. I understand there's a lot in the outfield already for the Cubs, and so it's hard for Owen to get any sort of playing time and consistency. But you really are going kind of all chips in right here by dealing your best prospect to the Marlins. And that's all I've seen so far. Maybe there's more coming. I'm not really sure what else will come down the pike. But that's initially that's what we got.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. So there's a little hot stove move by the Cubs. And a couple of intriguing ideas have been floating around about what the Cardinals will do. Of course, 93.5, we're the flagship in East Central Illinois for Cardinals baseball. And countdown to opening day, that returns tomorrow night here on ESPN 93.5 after The Drive. It's every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. But I'm curious, since Sonny Gray was moved, there's this idea of maybe moving Brendan Donovan as well. I'm curious how you would feel about that as the beloved Cubs fan that you are.
I wouldn't care.
One way or the other? It wouldn't matter. Depends on what they get back. Wouldn't
obviously I would
get you
not
fired up?
If someone's like, hey, we'll give you an Aaron Judge for Brendan, like that would suck. But
yes, it would.
No, I don't know. I don't know if Brendan Donovan is necessarily like an anchor piece that the Cardinals need to keep, or is a massive trade piece that other teams need to have.
Well, they've moved Sonny Gray. They've moved Wilson Contreras. So you're in complete rebuild mode with the Redbirds. Brendan seems to be the next piece, the next logical piece. And it's interesting because at the end of the season, when we were having these conversations about what happens with the Cardinals, who they move on from, who's a part of their future, fans were split right down the middle on what you do with Donovan and whether you keep him or not. And it just seems to me the longer this has gone on in the winter, you traded two of your biggest stars, right, in Sonny and Contreras. What you got out of Contreras during his time in St. Louis, fans can debate that, but
yeah, I'm not sure they would count Wilson as one of their biggest names. Yes,
but I'll say name. Yeah,
but I don't think the organization was ever looking at him this offseason as like a huge piece that we either need to retain or get rid of. I think they were pretty happy to ditch the contract he had and ship him off to Boston.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he went, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good pull on your part. Dropkick Merch shipping up to Boston.
Yeah, I was just, spent some time in Chicago at the Blackhawks game, and all of a sudden, Dropkick Murphys is on the brain.
But they're in Boston.
I know, but every time the Blackhawks score a goal, they play Dropkick Murphys.
They do not play Dropkick Murphys.
What do they play?
It's called the Frantellis. The Frantellis, and the song
I thought that was Dropkick Murphys.
No, it's Chelsea Dagger. I am.
Okay, hey,
I'm getting
I trust
fired
you.
up. Oh, I'm getting fired up right now.
You're the music guy.
I am getting so. I was calm about the printer, but the fact that you thought the Frantellis were Dropkick Murphys is getting me fired up over here.
Oh, well, sorry.
Okay.
I mean, it's not.
You're not sorry. I know when you're really sorry. You're not sorry when you say it like that.
I'm actually not sorry.
You're not sorry.
Not even a little bit.
Not at all. You know what? You know who you should be sorry to? 309 texter's been waiting on his pizza for 3 months and you haven't got it to him. That's who you should be sorry to.
No, I'm not. He got tickets yesterday, so he's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sold him some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. But since the printer's working, hey, let's do some Illini headlines.
I'm gonna eat ice cream.
You go ahead and eat ice cream. You while we do some Illini headlines. Illini women's basketball back at State Farm Center tonight. Shauna Green squad taking on the number 19th ranked Ohio State Buckeyes. Women's team coming off a tough loss at Michigan State on Sunday, 81-75. Tonight's tip-off is 6 p.m. You can check it out on Big Ten Plus. Illini Wrestling are going to have their much-anticipated home opener at Huff Hall this Saturday, 1 o'clock. The number 10th ranked Fighting Illini men's wrestling team will take on the number 11 ranked Minnesota Gophers. The Illini have an overall record of 7-2 this season. Matches are streaming as well on Big Ten Plus. A couple more nuggets for you. Illini men's tennis will start the season ranked number 24 in the nation. Their season officially kicks off on January 16th, at home against Mississippi State. And big congrats and a shout out to Illinois soccer alum Sarah Warren. Sarah Warren is an Olympic qualifier, sir, in long track speed skating. The first time in Warren's career that she's qualified for the Olympics. She won the 500-meter race on Monday at the Milan Cortina Olympics. Second fastest time only to who won the gold medal in the previous Winter Olympics. So how about that? Congrats to Sarah Warren representing the Illini well. And those are your Illini headlines. How was your ice cream?
It was really good.
Yeah.
I looked down and I saw it was starting to melt, and I was like, well, he's going to read these. I better go ahead.
You ate it real fast?
Take care of my stuff.
Lindy on the text line. If you don't know what song is played after a Blackhawks goal, you lose your ability to ever speak about hockey or the Blackhawks. Signed, the world. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you.
Listen, it's not a glowing moment, but also...
Get him, Lindy.
Also, I know the song. I just don't ever know bands.
Whatever. You're a music guy. You know bands.
I know songs. I don't know lyrics, and I don't really always know who the band is that does the song.
So you just like the beat.
Yeah, I'm a really good beat guy.
I've heard that from many people. I just like the beat.
Well, I mean, I definitely like songs, don't like songs. But if I was on like one of those game shows where they played a song and it was like, bam, what is the name of this song and the band? I'd be screwed.
I remember I would say 20 years ago at Memorial Stadium, and you would hear Get Low play on the PA system just because it was such a popular song.
Yeah.
And just seeing a lot of the middle-aged and older women just sort of dancing to it. A lot of the moms there at Moms Week. I was like, they have no idea what this song is about.
Yeah.
If you only knew.
Yeah.
If you only knew, moms.
Yeah, we let a lot of words go through with that song without knowing exactly what it was.
We didn't know what the slang meant at the
Lindy's
time.
just a little testy because he wasn't in the draft yesterday.
Lindy can be in the next draft. I didn't even mention that.
Well, Lindy has a very specific draft topic that I am saving.
Oh, okay.
For Lindy.
For Lindy specifically.
So it's going to come up here soon, and that is Lindy's topic.
Very good. I'm all right with that. Well, yesterday was Tuesday. We had our Tuesday draft, and you brought in a ringer, the most interesting man in the world, Big Def, who we hear from all the time on the text line, drafted with us. The topic was best quarterbacks of all time. Interesting results. I did okay so far on the text line. Instagram, you're destroying everyone. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Twitter, Big Def is winning right now. It's a little closer.
It's not loading.
The guy that took back-to-back Packers quarterbacks and Ben Roethlisberger is winning on the Twitter votes. And that's because your buddy, the chair shot villain, and his wrestling cohorts have started to vote on there as well. So it's all over the place. This one is really up in the air. I got a chance with my lineup that was being how do I want to put it? Made fun of. Yes, I was being made fun of for an older lineup because
it's a vintage lineup. That's what I put it. It's
vintage. It has Johnny U and Sid Luckman. It's a vintage lineup. Thank you very much. All right. But who is the youngest quarterback I took? Is it Aikman? Can't be Montana. Aikman's younger than Montana.
Yeah, it's Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman's the youngest guy I got. Okay, there you go. But you can vote
John Elway? Who's younger, John Elway or Troy Aikman?
Yeah, Aikman's got to be younger. Aikman's younger than Elway because Elway and Marino are in the same class. So Aikman's the youngest guy I got. Let's go through the list so people can vote on the text line as well.
This is ridiculous that I'm not winning in all. These people don't know football.
Like Instagram, it's not even close. It's just I had like 8% of the vote, and you had 70 some on Instagram. I was like,
yeah. Okay, so we did best quarterbacks of all time. We'll do this really quickly because I also want to get to transfer portal stuff.
Yeah, we got to get into that.
Yep. So I had the number 1 overall pick. I took Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Dan Marino, Steve Young, and Warren Moon. Curtis took Joe Montana, John Elway, Johnny Unitas. That's really tough to say those first 3 with their names for you. Joe, John, Johnny, Troy Aikman, Sid Luckman. And then Big Def was our guest picker. He took Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and Ben Roethlisberger.
And you can vote on the Max Twin City Recycling text line. Still some time for that. I'll give you about an hour at 217-359-2255. Also on our socials, hit us up on Twitter and Instagram at The Drive 935 and on the ESPN 93.5 Facebook page. All right, sir. You want to get into some portal business?
I do because there's been some hand-wringing.
Uh-oh.
Well, just over, a lot of our texts are, hey, man, a lot of these people are leaving. What's going on portal-wise? And so I went back through the last several classes of transfers out and transfers in, and this year doesn't seem any different than years past.
Yeah.
And I just want people to understand it. If you go back and you look through the people who transferred out the last couple of years and where people have ended up and where people have gone and where we're at this year, we're still in really good shape.
And Bielema, what did he say? What was the number? 40? He expected 40 kids to leave and 40 kids to come in. And that sounds like a big number, but then you take into account the number of players that are on a roster, right, at the college level. So, yeah, and I think they're aiming to be right about there. But yeah, go ahead with the numbers you got if you have them.
Well, I don't have specific numbers right now. I was debating writing them down, and then my wife says, "Oh, you nerd out too much, and people don't want to listen to you talk that long." But it's whatever.
What do you do, honey? A talk show? Shut up!
Oh no, she's right, because sometimes I will start talking, and then people are like, dude, this guy won't stop.
Why don't you go watch Stranger Things, Evan, and just leave the family alone? Just wait for the surprise episode in the living room.
There's no surprise episode, and I need everybody to calm down, because it's not happening.
It's not happening.
Yeah. If you go through and you just look at years past, and there's something else I'm really excited about that I've not seen anybody really talking about this yet. The Illini got another big time transfer.
Yeah.
That nobody's brought up.
Bring it up right now.
One Zach Haber, long snapper.
Respect the long snapper, buddy.
From Arkansas.
There you go. Oh.
Has transferred to Illinois, and I know that people nerd out. You need a long snapper. You need a reliable, good,
yes,
accurate long snapper, and I love that we got another one.
You want to talk about having some longevity too? No pun intended. Some longevity playing football. If you can be a long snapper, you can have a 15, 20-year career playing football. If you're that level, if you're an NFL caliber player and you can play long snapper at college and in the NFL, you can do that for a long time.
And you don't have to be massive. You don't have to be crazy athletic. You just have to be a good snapper. So if I'm looking down the position groups right now, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, Max Twin City Recycling text line 217-359-2255. When you look at biggest need in the portal remaining, you've locked down your quarterback. You've got some really good offensive line pieces through JUCO, another transfer or two coming in. You've got a speedster wide receiver that is transferred in from Florida Atlantic. You've got a safety in Levon Williams that I think can step in. Matthew Bailey's coming back. And so you've got a lot of good pieces coming in. I think defensive line is your absolute top number one portal need.
I agree 1,000%. You and I and Layman were talking about that on Monday, and I'm right there with you. And I know I've heard other people talk. Well, they landed. They got the center. They got the kid from Wisconsin. They got the center. What about the pieces around him? Well, that's why Bielema and his staff went out and got all the JUCO linemen and just killed it there. Like, these are guys with experience that can step in and play right now.
So you've had one defensive lineman transfer in, Carter Janke, who's coming in from Penn, so the Ivy League, and he put numbers up in the Ivy League. But there's a big step up for him. Other than that, you're waiting. You've got a really good prep class coming in. And like I said, you got some really good JUCOs that are coming in, but you still need that disruptor. You need a guy who's going to come in, who's going to pressure the quarterback, who's going to get around the edge.
Yeah.
And you're losing with Kurt Neal and Eli Kanan, who I really liked.
Yeah.
He had a couple of years left. I was a little surprised to see him. He might be one of those guys that you see him kind of test around a little bit and then end up back here. But at 6'7", huge, massive wingspan. He played awesome in the bowl game. He just kind of clogs up the middle. I was really excited to see what he was going to do in the next year or two. But losing Kurt Neal, losing Tomiwa, you need something in the middle of that line that can really just clog things up.
Yeah. And I mean, you mentioned the disruptor, and Illini fans have been very fortunate to see guys like Johnny Newton and Gabe Akis out there over the last couple of years. So it is intriguing who's going to be that guy. If they got that guy, I'm sure Bielema is on it, sir, and maybe it's just a matter of time before we find out who that is. But.
Well, and you got some visits in. You got the guy from Florida State, guy from Miami that are visiting right now on the defensive line. And you've got Joe Barna coming back. Daniel Brown's got another year, hopefully healthy.
Yeah.
Where he can really get after it. You've got some interesting.
I like Joe.
Pieces.
I do like Joe. I'd like to see how his role expands in 2026. Barna.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him. He's very strong. I would like to see him become more explosive.
Question on the Max Twin City Recycling text line, 217-359-2255. It's a question we get a lot. This one from Brian Hosler. Do the transfers come in for the spring semester, Evan Stone?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
So if they transfer in, unless there's some unique circumstances, if they transfer in, so all these guys, Jake Renfro, Caden Hauser, they will be here when classes start up here in about 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be on campus, and they'll be ready for spring ball and workouts.
You might see them at, like, I don't know, Jet's Pizza or Parlor Donuts before you know it. You know?
Why there?
Well, I'll tell you why there. Because not only just because they're fine sponsors of this show, but also because they help us out with tickets for upcoming Illini games, including tomorrow night's Illinois men's game at home against Rutgers. And you could be there. Oh, yes, you could. 217-359-2255 is your number. Text Illini to the Max Twin City Recycling text line, and you just might score tickets. We've only got a couple pairs left for this game in particular, but we're giving away tickets all season long. Text Illini to 217-359-2255, and you could win. We will have some portal talk, and we will have some Illinois versus Rutgers talk with Carson Gordy coming up next. It's The Drive.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The St. Joseph Ogden FFA auction will be held on Saturday, February 7th. Doors open at 4:30 at the high school. With the dinner and silent auction starting at 5 and live auction starting at 6, no tickets are needed. Everyone in the community is welcome.
Our auction includes a full selection of live and silent auction items, giving everyone plenty of opportunities to participate and support the event. Whether you're looking for tools, gift baskets, local gift certificates, or one-of-a-kind items, you'll find a wide variety of choices that make the evening fun for all ages.
The funds we raise directly support valuable leadership opportunities for our members, including participation in state and national FFA conventions, providing supervised agricultural experience grants, and offering college scholarships.
This auction isn't just an important fundraiser for our chapter. It's also a great chance to come together and enjoy an evening with our community. For more auction details, visit our Facebook page, St. Joseph Ogden FFA. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, February 7th.
You're great, Tim. You're great to have on. We love what you do. You're very talented as a manager taking care of Gelfrix and dedicated diesel, but I'm impressed how much energy you have for all that.
We're just honored to be able to wear the GFT logo and do that, and the people at Dedicated Diesel do a great job. Everybody needs to get over there and get those awesome, like new used mowers bought up and get out of there so we have room for some new ones. 217-328-0562, give you a great deal and get those things going.
And where's that located?
But that's at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana. We've got a wonderful crew, and at the end of the year here, I just want to thank all of our drivers, customers, and employees. We have the best guy to work for in Gail Frerichs. You all and your families have a Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you next year.
Thank you, Tim. Tim Onstop, Pitmaster Extraordinaire, Gail Frerichs Trucking, and Dedicated Diesel.
We have a New Year's resolution at Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
Oh, good idea, Paul.
We're going to pump you up
with savings this January, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, I like it, but that line's already taken. Let's keep it simple. We have stainless steel French door refrigerators starting at $1,600 for the entire month of January.
How about shed those holiday pounds with savings at Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, but does that really make sense?
Not really.
Let's just shoot straight. We have stainless steel interior dishwashers starting at $450 a pop.
How about we use this music to get the people moving?
Well, hey, copyright violation. That is a good tune, though. But let's not take away from the fact that we have electric and gas dryers starting at $479 and ranges at $549 a piece.
Hey, I got an idea.
Let's hear it.
Come on into Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, where our New Year's sale prices will last longer than your New Year's resolution.
That's actually pretty good and relatable.
Wow.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It's ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. I tell you, Evan, the texts are rolling in, voting for me from our Tuesday draft.
No, they're not.
I'm telling you, at least one or two of them came in. Maybe three. A lot going on in the world of Fighting Illini athletics. And a friend of ours is kind enough to join us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line to dive into some of it. Carson Gordy is joining us. Carson, how are you, sir?
Hey, thanks for letting me hop on. I'm trying to adjust. I'm still trying to get over that Music City Bowl win. I was like a little kid when David Olano lined up for that kick. My heart was racing. But now it's on to transfer portal stuff, and obviously got a really good basketball season in store. Illinois, I think they're playing their best ball right now.
Well, let's start with the portal stuff, all right? And you have been doing a great job covering a lot of what's going on with the Illini football team. We could talk about the guys that have left. You mentioned Olano, who is now an Aggie, but let's talk about the guys that are coming in. Tell us what you know about some of the names we've heard, like Caton Hauser and others.
Yeah, I think Caton Hauser is going to be a very interesting prospect. You know, he's pretty much a one-year rental. This is a guy that started at Michigan State and probably wanted to stay there. But he was there during that whole Mel Tucker situation. And when Jonathan Smith got hired as head coach, like, he wanted to bring his own guy, Aiden Chiles. So I was looking at, some Michigan State's old roster. They had Sam Levitt on the roster. They had Caton Hauser on the roster, and then another starting quarterback. So anyway, Caton Hauser had a pretty good career at East Carolina. He's a guy that's a red zone threat. I mean, he had 9 rushing touchdowns. He's a guy that's got a pretty good deep ball. And I just think the biggest thing is when you look at Illinois' offense, I'm actually starting to get pretty bullish about it, about 2026. I mean, they reloaded that offensive line with JUCO transfers, the Wisconsin guy, retaining a couple big guys like Henderson. You got, Hudson Clement, Colin Dixon. You got a trio of running back. So if Barry Lenny's back for that 5th year calling plays, I mean, I think we're looking at 26, 27, 28, 29 points per game.
Love that. ESPN Radio 93.5, Carson Gordy joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Carson, how much does it mean for the other side of the ball to have Matthew Bailey coming back?
Yeah, you didn't want to lose your 2 safeties. And Matthew Bailey, Brett Bielema told us a couple weeks ago, he got all of his film together, he got it together and sent it off to the NFL for them to grade. It sounded like Matthew Bailey didn't exactly like hearing what the NFL thought about him. Maybe he could have been drafted or made it, but what Matt Bailey said was, the NFL probably didn't love the pass coverage all the time, or they said taking the wrong angles or not wrapping up. And Matt Bailey said, I need to prove to them, that, I'm the best possible player I can be. So he's coming back, taking a chance, and he's going to try to boost up his stock. And Brett Bielema was talking about it. He had a buddy go up to him after the Ohio State game, and he was like, who's that Matt Bailey guy? And I remember that. That was a really good game for Matt. He was wrapping up all the tackles, just shows how much potential he has. I think it's huge. I think he's going to be probably team captain next year. It's going to be his 5th year of college football, and all 5 of them with the University of Illinois. Yeah, that's something that's becoming more and more rare. And it's good to have that leadership piece on defense because, let's face it, Gabe Akis, Dylan Rosiak, James Thompson, potentially Xavier Scott, Miles Scott. I mean, this defense is going to look so different next year. To bring a guy like Matt Bailey back, I think it's huge.
That is big, especially since have we gotten any news on Xavier Scott yet? He seems to still be trying to feel his
We haven't heard
options out.
anything. When I looked at Pro Football Focus, their recent prospect ranking that they put out, he's around that 120, 125 range, so that would be a projected fourth-round pick. And that's with all of this injuries and, not playing since that Western Michigan game. Could be a similar situation to last year. I mean, he could have dipped after the Citrus Bowl and been drafted, but he kind of came back, probably got paid well in the NIL and took a chance. And obviously that injury was unfortunate for this Illinois defense. So he's going to have to make the decision again. I mean, if you leave, you'll probably be around a fourth-round pick, according to Pro Football Focus. But if you come back and have a really good year, maybe you get bumped up a couple rounds. He'd be a huge piece to keep for this Illinois secondary.
Yeah. So before we jump over to basketball, we were just kind of before we hopped on with you going through our biggest needs, and I feel like we've done really well shoring up. I've done a lot of help over here on the side.
You've been playing well.
Coach Stone, baby.
I've put in a lot of work. Coach B has done really well. Shoring up a lot of the holes, a lot of the needs. What would you say is the number one need left after everything has kind of settled so far?
Yeah, it looks like the offense is doing pretty well. They got some leads on the wide receiver room. Seems like running backs give me retention. Offense line's doing well. Pretty much all three levels of the defense need, I think, a lot of work still. And I know they're bringing in guys like Jaden Jones from Florida State. That's the guy they're bringing in for a visit, but he's also looking at Missouri and North Carolina State. I know they officially signed Carter Jenke from, the Penn Quakers, but we're talking defensive line need at least a couple guys because, Tom Diorje leaving and then Kurt Neal. I mean, that opens up some spots. Linebacker position, they got to add a lot of new faces after losing guys like Malachi Hood or guys like Dylan Rosiak to graduation. And secondary, I know they signed a guy from East Texas A&M, probably a pretty good depth piece with Levon Williams, but you probably still have to look for that Xavier Scott position. You probably have to look for one more starting safety to replace Miles Scott. So we're talking all three levels of the defense need a lot of work still.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. Carson Gordy from Fox, Illinois, and WICS TV joining us on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Let's switch from football to basketball. Tomorrow night, the Illini men's team back at home taking on Rutgers. We are about a month and change into the season. Do you feel like, Carson, that Coach Underwood is getting a little bit more out of his players right now, in particular the Balkan Five, than when we started the year?
I just love Zavon defense, and I think it's completely changed the game. And it sounds like that Nebraska game was truly a game changer and a wake-up call. I know at the time, I think a little, you ever hear the phrase helmet bias? You know what I mean? Like, let's just say that Sunday game, or whatever day that was when they played Nebraska back in December, and you lose 83-80. What if Nebraska was wearing Michigan State uniforms? Would people have been as upset about that result? I don't think so. I just think it takes some time for people to realize, this Nebraska team's really good. I mean, they're 15-0, just beat Ohio State, just beat Michigan State, and they had to go on fire offensively to beat Illinois by 3. And I think Illinois learned a lot defensively after that game. From everything we heard that week of practice after that Nebraska game, Brad Underwood, was tough in practice, and they had to fix a lot of things up. And since that game, we've seen the emergence of Zvonimir Ivicic as the best shot blocker Brad Underwood's had. Tomislav Ivicic has probably earned the benefit of the doubt to earn those starter minutes and play a lot, but if he's struggling in offense, I think you're going to put Zvonimir right in there defensively. Completely changed the game in the first half against Missouri. 4 blocks in the first half against Penn State and really took control and helped Illinois get that 14-point lead. You know what I mean? Zvonimir's not putting up 15, 27 points, but that's why you have David Mirkovic score and Wagler score and Stojakovic score and Boswell score. Illinois has been a top 5 offense all year, and Tomislav Ivicic has really struggled, and they're still top 5. If he's struggling, maybe you got to put in Zvonimir and just lock down that defense. And I mean, the defense has been unbelievable the last couple of weeks. It has jumped from 42nd to top 25 in the country. Whatever was said or done after that Nebraska game, I think it's going to pay huge dividends for Illinois this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see when the competition begins to meet and to match back up, how that defense still holds on. Because there is still something to be said about, okay, the competition that you've been playing since that loss maybe isn't going to stretch you or stress you too much. And we're in this stretch now. We got Rutgers coming in tomorrow night, and then we go and play Iowa. And you're
Northwestern,
in a Northwestern. But you're in a stretch here where you really got to take care of business. And it would really be nice to see Tommy get up and running and feel his groove, and Andre and what do they need to feel comfortable on the floor right now?
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is exactly. With Thomas you talk to Brad Underwood, and he's like, well, teams are doubling him now. And, everybody knows Tommy's top of the scouting report. It just, the last 3 games in the Big Ten, Thomas Ivisic is scoring 3 points per game in 3 games and shooting 20%. It's kind of shocking. Like, if you would have told me this in the preseason, I wouldn't have believed you. So it's weird because Tommy has also had games in the stretch where he's played really good. I think we all remember that Tennessee game. He was unstoppable for much of that game because he can score at all 3 levels, and he's going to suck in defenders. And he can pass it off to a wide open guy at the 3-point line. So I think Thomas Ivisic, if he can get fully locked in, I think this offense could be one of the best in the country.
ESPN Radio 93.5, it is The Drive. Carson, yesterday we talked with a guy from out east, a friend of the show's named Richie O'Leary. Richie covers Rutgers, and the frustration he has with that program right now was palpable.
Yeah.
We had to have a little bit of fun with it. Having said that, if you're on that roster, if you're looking at that from the Rutgers perspective for tomorrow night, what do you need to do to have some success with this Illini team, especially given some of the struggles you just mentioned with Tommy?
Yeah, they have a pretty good player with Tariq Francis. He was a transfer from a school out in New Jersey, and last 4 games he's been on fire, scoring around 25 points per game, and he's been trying to attack the basket. So what Rutgers needs to do, though, is they got to make some open 3-point shots. They actually have a pretty good 3-point percentage this year, but they shoot a pretty low volume. Mm-hmm. They got to make those 3-point shots and try to space the floor, because if you're not making threes and you're going to try to attack the rim with Tariq Francis, or I think they got another really good freshman that is starting to pop off with the Langelo Mark. If you're just going to try to attack the rim, Zvander's going to block it, or, Illinois' front court is probably going to try to shut it down. So I think the biggest thing for Rutgers on offense is that, you got to start making some 3-point shots and spread it.
What do you think as we go through this stretch coming up the next couple of games, starting with tomorrow night? Which of these games, every game is the most important game, but which of these games do you think is going to be kind of a season-defining game in the next 5-6 games? I don't know if you have the schedule right in front of you, but
you're saying everything leading up to Purdue?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I got to go Iowa, and I know Iowa lost yesterday on the road to Minnesota, but it's tough on the road. Look what Penn State almost did to Illinois and Michigan. And now I think Illinois won a pretty decisive, comfortable 8-point win, but Michigan was on the edge of their seats. Look at that game yesterday with UCLA-Wisconsin. Wisconsin was up 20 at home against UCLA, so you never apologize for a road win. I'm looking at that Iowa Hawkeye team. They're so much improved on defense, got a really good point guard. I think McCollum's doing a really good job there. That is the game I'm going to circle because, quietly, I was up to number 19 in the country. Them playing at home is a lot different than playing on the road, so that's going to be a huge game. And just also for the program, Northwestern, that is a game where Illinois has been struggling to win. I don't think they've won there since 2022. Martinelli's still scoring 23 points per game, still shooting 59%. So I think that'd be just a good program win to finally go up and win in Evanston, because that one's just going to be weirdly close. They're just going to let Martinelli ball and try to win some ISO matchups. So those are going to be the 2 games.
Yeah, it's always weird up in Evanston. I hate that game every year. But
and it's loud. The way they constructed the stadium, the students are right there, and they got a bunch of balloons that they're like squealing.
Yeah,
I mean, it was when I went to the game last year. I had anxiety. It was so loud.
I mean, it's perfect. They did what they needed to do. I mean, I was there. I've been there for wrestling tournaments, not so much for basketball. But yeah, you can see how it's designed and the architecture of it. You're like, oh, this gets loud.
Do they bring the balloons to the wrestling matches too?
No, they don't. No,
because that would be weird if you're at and you look over and there's just a bunch of dudes with balloons squeaking them during a wrestling match. That would be.
Yeah.
But anyways,
no, that doesn't happen. Okay, real quick, Carson, just because I know we are kind of getting into spring semester here. I'm not sure. Do you do any of the local high school like basketball scene or anything like that? Because Centennial and Central had quite the game this past weekend.
Yeah, no, I didn't catch those games, but yeah, we cover high school basketball and all that stuff in a lot in the Springfield area. I remember I interviewed, Nesco Hoops was a guy that covers all these teams down here, and I mean Tolono Uni was one preseason #1 school and that kind of stuff. So bunch of good basketball in Central Illinois.
Well, in case anyone missed it, Centennial won on a last-second shot. So go Chargers, baby!
Way to go, Coach Stone.
Hey, well, we came out on the floor and we just did what we needed to do.
Thought they had you in the first half, didn't you?
That's your alma mater, right? Didn't you go there, Evan?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he's
I did.
Carson, where can they find you on the socials, sir?
Find me wherever. You can find me on Twitter at Gordy Report or Facebook. Just type in my first and last name, and you can find me there. So just really active scene. If you want to, I'm trying to stay on top of this transfer portal stuff, man. I mean, it's crazy in football. I mean, every day there's another guy leaving. 20 guys in the portal already for Illinois. That number could keep increasing. So really fun time of the job, though. And, just Twitter, Gordy Report, or Facebook, just my first and last name.
Yeah, you're doing a great job with the transfer portal stuff, and I can't recommend folks following you enough because you're one of the first profiles on Twitter that I check out to see what's going on when I log on. So keep up the great work, man, and we will talk to you very, very soon.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
All right, that is Carson Gordy on the Dick Van Dyke Appliance World phone line. Carson from Fox, Illinois, and WICS Channel 20, covering Illini athletics and the Central Illinois high school scene. There's one thing I meant to ask him.
Oh.
I forgot to ask Carson who he voted for in our Tuesday draft.
Oh,
because I felt like Carson, who is a very, very intelligent young man, I could be like, Carson, now we had a snake draft, by the way. It was a snake draft, and I somehow ended up number 2 out of 3, which means I never had the chance to draft back-to-back players.
Yeah.
I think that might have played a role in my older lineup, but, just keeping that in mind.
No, because you still could have
voted for.
You could have taken anybody on Def and I's board.
Not in the back-to-back role. Not like that. I was stuck. I was stuck.
Well,
okay. But I think I did really well. I'm pretty proud of my lineup, by the way. Well, somebody voted for me on the text line here at 217-359-2255. Benny also says, hello to us. Northwestern may be Chicago's Big Ten team, but the Illini are the Champaign, Illinois Big Ten team. You know what? The Illini are the whole state's team. That's why it's the University of Illinois, Benny.
Our state, our team.
That's right.
Who did that? Was that Beckman?
Yes. I think so. Yes, it was.
Our state.
Our state, our team. Well, that's a little more. That was a little more Jim Ross.
We use the word Oski.
We use the word Oski. Our state, our team.
The band of brothers.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. We are due for a break. We will have a little more Illini talk in just a few. Also, Brad Underwood met with the media today ahead of tomorrow night's game with Rutgers. Some interesting nuggets in regards to the lineup for tomorrow night. Nothing crazy. No injuries or anything like that. But just some interesting tidbits in regards to Big Z as well, and maybe him getting a few more minutes tomorrow night, given how he's played the last couple of nights. So, last couple of games, excuse me. You were looked like you had something you were going to say before you went into break there. Am I making that up?
No.
Oh, okay. You're just tallying up the votes?
No, yeah, I am looking stuff up, but it's for later.
It's for later.
Yeah.
And we're here later.
I'll be here.
We will be. It's the drive.
Tow truck coming to the rescue. Won't leave you on the side of the road. Tow truck doing what it's meant to. Winch it up and get you home. Tow truck working on a highway. Tow truck in the city too. Tow truck, you call up Feldcamps and let them come and help you. Tow truck 367-7888.
Feldcamps Towing.
Feldcamps Towing.
Feldcamps Towing.
367-7888.
Uh-huh.
Here in 2026, You can help light the way for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities by donating to DSC's Tree of Hope. The Tree of Hope is more than just a symbol of light. It's a beacon of possibility. Each light on the tree represents hope and a step towards a brighter future for people with disabilities, including the Anderson family, this year's Tree of Hope family. Now, 4-year-old Cohen can light up a room with his fist butts to everyone he meets. Paige worked with Cohen as a physical therapist in the home and got siblings involved too. DSC's play groups gave Cohen the opportunity to socialize and practice his new skills in a fun environment. Visit dsc-illinois.org and make your donation before January 31st. Join DSC today and be a part of the hope that shines brightly for all.
Since we opened our doors in 1868, Busey has fostered deep customer relationships and vibrant communities, embodying a legacy of partnership and progress. With multiple lines of business, we provide a range of financial solutions tailored to your needs. From digital banking to planning for retirement, Busey is here to help you achieve your financial goals. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
The great loud venues in college basketball.
Don't miss your chance to cheer on Fighting Illini basketball this season.
Back, this place is an absolute powder.
It is. Talk about tough buildings, right?
We need all of Illini Nation to help us defend State Farm Center.
Boswell left hand and one.
Great seat locations are still available for you to see Illinois basketball live this season. Get your tickets today at fightingillini.com.
Here's a tip for your next flooring project. Bring your photos to the new showroom at Flooring Surfaces. Our dedicated team can design an incredible look using a showroom filled with the latest fashions and innovations in floor covering, colorful ceramic tiles, performance vinyls, large format porcelains, fine wool carpets. If you saw it on your phone, make it a reality at Flooring Surfaces. Just call 217-398-1990 to schedule your design consultation today.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining. As one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest, their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for iconic structures like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Ubben Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with baseball, softball, and the Demersion Indoor Golf Facility. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. As a longtime Champaign-Urbana resident, I can assure you that A&R Mechanical and their contributions have been a cornerstone to this community. Congratulations, A&R Mechanical, on 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence and service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Hope you're having a great Wednesday. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Thanks again to Carson Gordy for hopping on with us a moment ago and talking transfer portal, talking Illini basketball, and plenty more. But it seems like a lot of us are in agreement that pass rusher would be a nice need to fill in the transfer portal.
It'd be fun.
It'd be a cool thing to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you break something over there? What was that?
I did knock something over.
You knocked something over.
We'll be okay.
All right.
We'll
Just
be
making
fine.
Sure. Someone on the text line said that they liked my jersey and they liked your headband. So we appreciate that on the 217. Just a reminder that you can watch us, if you dare, on YouTube or at steviej.com. Just search for The Drive.
We're here.
We're here. You know, we're not that good looking, But, well, I'll speak for myself.
Yeah, please do.
One of my favorite lines out of any movie is from Sandler. I'm sorry, I'm not better looking. From 50 First Dates.
Sorry, I'm not better looking.
That's one of my. I use that line all the time. Sorry, I'm not better looking.
I gotta watch that one again. I haven't. That's one of the Sandler movies
underrated.
I haven't seen in a while.
Even if you hate that movie, that one line when Drew Barrymore finds out that she keeps falling in love every day with Sandler, he's like, "Sorry, I'm not better looking." I was like, "Yeah, man, I feel that one in my soul."
It's one of those movies that it feels stressful, and like kind of sad to me.
Yeah,
every time it's like, man, this girl's life.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
rough, you know. You are on a nice little streak with Etched in Stone, sir. And unless you missed last night.
We missed last night.
I thought you got it. No, what happened?
No, we missed.
What happened?
Well, we took Iowa 5.5.
Oh, I thought
Iowa lost at Minnesota.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened
that's right.
to the Hawkeyes up there in the Twin Cities, but it was ugly.
It was minus 5.5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's my bad. Yeah, I knew that.
And someone texted in. I don't remember where it's at on the line here. They're like, if we took all your bets, we would have lost money last night. The bets I mentioned went 2 and 3. So, yes, you would have lost money, but it wasn't like a...
Maybe. Or you could do the Curtis Allen method. Here's what I do. All right, on the bets that I win, and I know will win, I'll bet a little bit more. But on the ones that I think will lose, I'll bet a little bit less. And then
how many units you put on it.
It's units. That's all. And then, you don't make anything. You break even. That's what that's what life's all about, isn't it? We break even in life.
So, I mean, it's like when I got my for sures, I put a little bit more on it.
There you go.
When Texas Southern is playing, and I know they're not going to cover, which they didn't, and that bet hit, I'm going to put a lot of money on that one.
Well, we will do some Etched in Stone coming up in the next hour. Also, we'll get our draft results, best quarterbacks of all time. I would like to reiterate, I was the second pick in a 3-man snake draft. This makes sense if you know what drafts are, okay? Otherwise, it sounds weird.
Yeah, iterate that.
Means I didn't get back-to-back picks. That's all I'm saying.
Iterate again.
And I did my very, very best with that. Also, Brad Underwood's press conference coming up in just a few, but hey, Evan.
What's up?
Duck!
Curtis's curveball.
Here they come with all the echo. Time for some curveballs on the drive. We do that around here. Research shows... We're just talking about looks. Research shows that people who have a youthful face are more likely to live an old age than those who look more than their years.
That kind of makes sense.
So I'm screwed. That's what I'm learning.
It's like your body is beat up and your face is telling you.
That guy is how old? That's one rough looking... All right, anyway. In India, a train took off without an operator, which sounds very dangerous to me. It went past several stations before... It was safely brought to a stop.
Whoa.
Because people knew something was wrong. You know why?
Because there was no toot-toot?
The train was on time. See what I did there? It's usually okay. Here's 4 things you didn't know yesterday, and now you should know them today. The longest game of Monopoly lasted 1,680 hours.
Oh, my gosh.
The inventor of website pop-up ads, which were created in the late 90s, later apologized for his invention in 2014. The guy's name is Ethan Zuckerman. Yeah, he's a Zuckerman.
Zuckerman.
Mm-hmm. Not the Facebook. Zuckerberg. This is Zuckerman, so don't at him.
Gotcha.
Last year, over 455 million headphones were sold worldwide, 60% more than the level in 2024. And also... I like to put you on your toes. The average American drinks the equivalent of 237 of these every year. What is it?
Drinks 237 of these
every
single year. I'm trying to think of what I drink every other day.
I mean, come on. You got this.
Beers.
Yeah, beers. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to try to stump you.
Feels low.
Yeah, it should be closer to 500. And finally, if you have a big vacation planned for this year, do you, by the way, Evan? You going anywhere with the family in 2026?
No. I mean, we probably are, but we have not planned anything.
Well, if you have a big vacation on your calendar for this year and you're feeling happy with anticipation, that's That's as good as it's going to get for you. A study out of the Netherlands found that the happiness will peak during the trip and it's gone before you arrive home, so that stinks. The study shows that people who took vacations were most happy before a trip, but no happier than non-vacationers after a trip. Anticipation, researchers said, was the biggest effect on happiness. Kind of like when you're a kid with Christmas. So there you go. Enjoy your vacation. And those are your curveballs on the drive. We got about 25 seconds until we get to news. And we've got, like I said, Brad Underwood's presser coming up in just a few.
I went to high school with an Olympic speed skater.
Did you?
Yeah. We're talking about, what's her face?
Sarah Warren.
Sarah Warren.
Yeah.
That Catherine Horder.
Oh, really? Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. We
should get her on the show sometime.
We went to homecoming in a group together.
She was your date?
She was in the group that I went to homecoming.
She was your date. You dated an Olympian. Here's the news on the drive.
Anger and confrontations in Minneapolis. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. After a woman was shot and killed as an immigration enforcement agent opened fire during what federal officials say was an attack with her vehicle on officers. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem calls it an act of domestic terrorism.
An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him.
President Trump echoing that after watching a video of the incident. But Minneapolis officials say the woman was driving away from officers.
What I can tell you is the narrative that this was just done in self-defense is a garbage narrative. That is not true.
Mayor Jacob Fry accusing ICE of sowing chaos and calling on agents to get out of the city. Fox's Mike Tobin in Minneapolis.
Since January of 2025, there have been 100 vehicular attacks while the agents are responding to different scenes and conducting their operations. Having done ride-alongs with the agents, I can tell you that the vehicular aggression is pretty frequent, and the feeling of the agents is it was just a matter of time before someone got hurt.
Minnesota's Democratic Governor Tim Walz urging protesters to remain peaceful while also criticizing what he calls propaganda. President Trump is calling for a $1.5 trillion defense budget, up from $1 trillion, just posting that it would allow the U.S. to build a dream military for safety and security. This as the White House faces questions about foreign policy after last weekend's military capture of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro.
All options are always on the table for President Trump as he examines what's in the best interests of the United States. But I will just say that the president's first option always has been diplomacy.
White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt says it's premature to talk about elections in Venezuela. She also says the U.S. made a deal with interim Venezuelan authorities to sell Venezuelan oil. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or bird seed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Multiple wrongful death lawsuits over suicides that parents linked to chatbots may be settled. Court filings show Google and artificial intelligence startup Character AI have agreed in principle to settle suits in states including Florida, Colorado, Texas, and New York. No word on the terms. Lawsuits accuse the companies of failing to protect children. The defense attorney for Nick Reiner withdraws from the case.
I'm legally and I'm ethically prohibited from explaining all the reasons why.
Though Alan Jackson also tells reporters that Reiner is not guilty of murder. But prosecutors say they're confident a jury will convict the 32-year-old in the deaths of his parents, famed director Rob Reiner and wife Michelle, who were stabbed in their California home last month. Nick Reiner remains held without bail, the judge postponing today's arraignment to next month after the defense attorney was replaced with a public defender. A year after deadly fires destroyed thousands of homes in L.A., survivors remain on a long road to recovery, with some challenging insurance delays and denials.
Claire Thompson, one of several Eaton fire survivors, alleging illegal insurance conduct.
This is a report from a certified industrial hygienist documenting lead in our home at more than 800 times the EPA limit, along with beryllium, arsenic, and cyanide. Our insurance company paid for this testing and then ignored it.
Eaton Fire Survivors Network Executive Director Joy Chen.
We are owed still tens of billions of dollars from insurance, and without that money, this recovery will not be able to be complete.
LA County Board of Supervisors Chair Catherine Barger.
I look forward to working with my colleagues in Washington, D.C., if you're listening, to bring supplemental disaster aid to Los Angeles County.
Calling the recovery a work in progress.
Fox's Christine Goodwin. A mixed finish on Wall Street. The Dow back under 49K, dropping 466 points. The S&P also retreating from new records. But the NASDAQ up 37. Elisa Brady, Fox News.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
You know, it's like when, oh gosh, now I'm blanking. The quarterback at Rutgers right now.
Oh, I need to have my guy Richie O'Leary on.
Oh
the
my
name of the
gosh.
starting quarterback for Rutgers, sir.
What? No, he was
moving
Ethan
on.
Kaliakmanis.
Okay.
Like when he was at Minnesota, he was trash. And so when I saw that we were going to play him at Rutgers, I was like, oh, he's trash. Oh, wait, he actually might be good. He just had a bad coaching stint. Nathan Cardiac Madness. Nathan Celiac Sadness. Kaliakmanis. That's what I was trying to. I can't believe that name slipped my mind because.
You know what? I can because I didn't remember the last name.
Oh gosh, yeah.
All I can think is if Richie O'Leary was with us right now, he could tell us the name.
Jeez.
And you know what? Richie, can you help our guy Evan here with the name of the Rutgers quarterback? Because boy, did he just...
I remembered it. It took me a minute.
Sort of. It was
Kaliakmanis.
It was an interesting moment on live radio a moment ago, sir.
Okay.
You did get it right that last time. I heard the first couple, and I was like, oh, yikes, this could be a rough show.
Man, that's how I feel every day when I come in here. This is
every day. Honestly,
we'll see what happens.
You're at the tip of the pyramid right now, so... Say my name.
Oh, ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. What was the name of the quarterback?
Celiac Sadness.
That was my favorite of the three.
Ethan Kaliakmanis.
Kaliakmanis. There you go. ESPN Radio 93.5 is The Drive. I'm Curtis. That's Evan. I had a lot of fun putting that one together, too. You know, it's just one of my favorite things I get to do is fun with sound around here.
Fun.
It's fun. We have fun. That's the whole point of the show. We have fun.
F is for friends who do things together. U is for you and me.
Is that? I don't remember Beyonce
is for
singing
anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea.
I don't know that one.
All right. Somebody will know it and text in.
Who knows that song? 217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. You can also use that number to vote for a little bit longer in our Tuesday draft. I feel like Evan is going to win, but Big Def.
I should.
Big Def winning on Twitter.
There's no reason.
Me?
I should not win.
I'm winning somewhere. I'm winning somewhere, sir. Maybe some of my my voters.
Your mom's house.
You know what? My mom, God bless her, she sends me 30, 40 sports stories every day. I'm not exaggerating. Just all day long, she's sending me stuff to talk about on the show. But not one time has she ever voted for me in any of these.
I think she's actually who comes up with the curveballs.
I think if my mom came up with the curveballs, it would just be embarrassing stuff about me. It would just be...
All right, well...
It would be just no, we're not going
cool
down.
With that.
No, we're not going down that rabbit hole.
We need to have 5 stories, and one of them needs to be about you.
Listen... I've gone through a lot of this with Dr. Rachel, who's a wonderful, wonderful therapist. I don't need to relive it with you on the air, sir. Okay.
Hey, I've tied Big Def on the old X machine.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm trailing there. Evan making a comeback on Twitter.
Hey, you posted it in your Facebook story.
Did I?
Is that what they call it? Facebook story?
Yeah.
And you could vote on it on the story. How did you do that?
I don't know. I didn't know I did that.
You did it.
I thought it went to the ESPN 93.5 Facebook page. It went to mine? Oh, well,
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some investigating on that. On a serious note, tomorrow night, Illini back at home taking on Rutgers. Brad Underwood met with the media just a little bit ago. Here is Coach Underwood talking about tomorrow night's game and the season so far.
Nice trip to Philly. Obviously, felt like we did some really good things there. Probably the most important was get off to a really good start. Palestra is very loud, and we kept their crowd at bay. I thought with a good start, and even though we felt like we never pulled away, part of that was not shooting the ball very well, having a tough night there, fighting foul trouble, but still kept it at a pretty manageable distance throughout the game, and thought we did a nice job. It was unique. I didn't realize till after the game, 38 three-point attempts for Penn State. I think that tied Citadel for a record in my tenure here for the most three-point attempts. But really, until the last 6 minutes, I thought we did a nice job of taking away twos. Thought we did a nice job on Mingo and DeLeon in the first half, and made it tough all night. I thought I was impressed with our freshmen, Keaton and Merck both, for fighting foul trouble, staying in the game mentally, not getting frustrated, not giving up and just saying it's a bad night. Hanging in there, found the ways to help our team win and be productive. So all in all, some positive things, and like we said, it's tonight we didn't shoot the ball very well and found a way to get a road win. So now it's Rutgers, typical Steve Peichel team. Steve's one of my favorite coaches, got tremendous respect for the job he does. Gritty, fight you, compete. A team that against Ohio State had 18 offensive rebounds. I think they're second in the country in percentage of their points coming off offensive rebounds. I think they're a team that has continued to get better and improve. Obviously, coming off a nice win against Oregon, getting great play from Francis off the bench. Young man that's averaging, upper 20s here in his last 3 or 4 ball games. But they guard you. They're going to throw a lot at you. The presses. They'll play some zone. You don't play man, and we've got to do a great job. Their guards are very, very efficient and very effective, and most importantly, they do an elite job rebounding the ball. They're very competitive on the glass, and we've got to not allow them second chance points, and area we're trying to continue to get better at ourselves.
You look at what Z has given you. How have you guys unlocked some consistency with him in the minutes that he's out there?
Yeah, I think most of it's Fletch. I think a lot of his challenges have been physical. I think he's had some challenges with his leg, with his knee, that have maybe hindered him in the past. And I don't like talking about the past too much, but I think that Fletch is, he's added 25 pounds to him. He's gone from a skinny guy that got fatigued all the time to a guy that's physically strong. I think he's helped that leg, that knee in strength. He's not dragging it as much, or doesn't drag it at all now. I think we've seen that. With that, his confidence grow. We see a guy that wins 22s, sprints, he wins them. He's not finishing last like he was 2 months ago. He's a guy that's literally running harder than anybody. So his conditioning's gotten better, his stamina's gotten better. I think his comfort with where he fits in our system and how we play helps him immensely. So I think it's just a combination of the physical, and then we see the mental confidence and all that's growing.
It's Kylan on at the Palestra talked about Cam and their buy-in to what he's saying. How have you seen him cultivate that buy-in, and how have you seen your guys respond to that?
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. Cam's doing a great job, and again, it's been a major emphasis. We had a lot of those practices in between some games to really hone in and work on those guys, hold guys accountable. Cam's got a very creative mind and a great way of communicating. And then I had to help him. I had to, enforce it and back it up and the accountability piece. And we're making fewer mistakes, which is, again, a piece of practice. But, I think Cam and Jeff and JC and all those guys on the defensive side are doing a great job.
What's important for your guys against what you call a typical Steve Pikiell team?
Yeah, body blows. They're going to throw body blows the whole game. You have to take them. There's no quit in any of his teams. You've got to keep doing your job, every single time. You've got to match their effort. You've got to match their tenacity. That's the way they play. And Steve's teams have done that year in and year out. And this one's no different.
What are you maybe looking for in limiting offensive rebounds more? Penn State had
desire, want to, tenacity. You've so many players today just watch a ball when it's shot. We're seeing it in the NBA. We're seeing it in college. I mean, offensive rebounding is it's always been a big thing for us. But you've got to go chase balls, and you've got to go be aggressive and assertive, and making sure your guys blocked out. And then you got to hit and chase, and they're doing that great. As teams shoot more and more threes, long shots equal long rebounds. You've got to have guards that go chase long rebounds. You can't just stand and be a spectator. Penn State, elite at it. I mean, they crash 5, and it's one of the ways to get extra opportunities, and teams are taking advantage of that. And we've done it for years, and so has Steve's teams, and they're very good at it this year.
How has Jake's role evolved this year for you guys?
Yeah, he just does everything right. I think the year of experience, lost weight, they've gotten stronger. The confidence that's come. He plays so hard. Does everything we ask. Whether it's rebound, whether it's defend, he's turned into a sneaky good defender. Great anticipation. He's tougher than nails, and everybody knows that he's an elite shooter. And he's a guy that we may not run a lot of action to, but he creates a lot of open looks for himself because of how smart he is on the offensive side with his screening, with his ability to blur, with the pace he runs. He's a very, very good player offensively at running full speed and still being able to gather himself and shoot it. He's just developed into a really good college basketball player.
You got any idea when you get Tony here, or no update on that?
No update yet.
A pretty balanced scoring attack. Is it more balanced than you even envisioned when you were assembling the roster?
Yeah, it's hard to do. It's hard to get 6 guys close to double figures. It's not I had a team at SFA that had that. It's really a coach's dream to have some balance like that. And again, I tell our team all the time, we're forcing some teams to do different things defensively against us, and we've got to be ready to take what that looks like. Whether it's a team that wants to, get after Keaton and double him and play out of that, whether it's a team that's going to rotate to Tommy, and Z and Pops and Merck and Pops, a team that's just going to stun. Whatever the coverage is, it sets things up for us, to make adjustments. And we made adjustments, and then you get throw in the offensive glass, and you throw in the free throws, and certain situations for Andre to be successful in the open court. It's been a good mix.
It's from the first week of November to the first week of January. What's the biggest point of growth you've seen in David?
There's a lot. Defensively, just leaps and bounds better. I think that offensively we understand that his playmaking ability, his ability to connect others, has grown tremendously. I think his mental, he's understanding situations. Why I'm proud of him for being in foul trouble in the Penn State game and not getting frustrated and just staying more in the moment. It comes from experience, and he's shown great growth.
He told us after the game in Philly that he had done better. He said when he first got here, he was just fouling everybody. How do you coach a guy to get better on defense and also quit fouling?
Treadmill. Mistakes are mistakes, and I say that. And, I think one of the things that's very different in Europe, in the United States, is the amount of hands. They use a ton of hands defensively. There's a lot of grabbing. There's a lot of hand checking. They've eliminated that. Getting him to move his feet, not use his hands. Again, give credit to Fletch. He's off 25 pounds since he's been here, so he's able to move better. But I think that he was a very physical player over there. He still is, but just doing it without using his hands.
Where is Ty at, and what's his next step?
Well, he's coming off the flu. So he wasn't with us in Philly. He's doing some participation in practice, but it's not full-on stuff in practice yet. So made some positive gains, and it's nice to see him out there in a practice jersey and doing certain things. So he's continuing to gain strength. Obviously, there was atrophy and some of that stuff in the leg, but until we get him back right, but he's no one's working harder than him, and we'll just keep taking it day by day. But right now, it's nice to see him participating in practice.
What can that do for him to have just some semblance of basketball? I mean, even if it's not a full practice, to put a jersey on to go out and do something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great for his mental. You start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and there's a lot of lonely days in a training room, and doing rehab, and he's been there every single day doing that. He's stayed very, very active with our team, being at every practice and involved. So he's done a great job of staying active mentally and getting through the hard stuff, which is the loneliness of a training room.
6 months in now, or whatever it is there anything that has surprised you about coaching a basketball team with 5 international players?
Yeah, it's fun. Going to get smashed guitars. You're going to talk Formula One. You're going to become in tune with swear words and in many different languages. We listen to a lot of different music. It's a blast. It's fun. I love their passion. I love their competitiveness. Reality is probably everything I thought it'd be.
We don't see a lot of nights like that out of Tommy. Where's he at from conditioning, from comfort, from just working his way back into basketball?
Yeah, it's amazing with Tommy is I think that people scheme him. The first play of the game was a post up, which we knew they would double. They're not giving him those. Teams when he pops or have a decision to make, are they going to full rotate? Well, when you've made 5-6 threes in a game before in your life, you force teams to have to make decisions. And I think it's the beauty of this team. We don't win that game last year if teams guard him like that. I think he's put himself in that position to be at the top of the scouting report. Teams are taking a lot of attention to him. He and I talked the other day. We've got to have more of him on the offensive glass. and the defensive glass. And, he's doing a great job defensively. He's been really solid there. That's got to continue to grow. But, offensively, he's a pretty prime target for most opposing coaches to have to figure out what to do with him. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
That is Fighting Illini men's basketball head coach Brad Underwood meeting with the media about an hour and a half ago. Glad we could bring you that full report from State Farm Center today. It is The Drive, ESPN Radio 93.5. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Big Def on the text line. Ask Brad if the Illini can play a half hour from my house more often. The Palestra is half the commute of Rutgers. Big Def was at that game in Philly where Rocky knocked out Apollo Creed. That you're still not paying attention to that joke. That joke still falls flat with you every time. You still don't care about Rocky. Have you seen the Rocky movies?
I have. That's not where it happened.
Where did it happen?
We've had texters.
The Spectrum, right? This is the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they call it the Palestra or whatever.
Is it the same building?
I say it is. Whether it is or not, I don't know for sure.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Dealing in mischievous behavior around here. That's what we're doing on the drive. And speaking of which, some chicanery with our Tuesday draft. We will address that next. And Big Def is a part of it. I can say that. I know it. Someone just sent in a vote, and all it said was Big Def in all text or all caps.
In all text.
It was the text, is what it was. It's
no emojis.
No, just Big Def. I was like, is this a vote? What is this? Just a random number. Anyways, we'll do our Tuesday draft stuff. We'll do Etched in Stone and talk a little more Illini next on the drive.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank, not a recording, answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
The St. Joseph Ogden FFA auction will be held on Saturday, February 7th. Doors open at 4:30 at the high school. With the dinner and silent auction starting at 5 and live auction starting at 6, no tickets are needed. Everyone in the community is welcome.
Our auction includes a full selection of live and silent auction items, giving everyone plenty of opportunities to participate and support the event. Whether you're looking for tools, gift baskets, local gift certificates, or one-of-a-kind items, you'll find a wide variety of choices that make the evening fun for all ages.
The funds we raise directly support valuable leadership opportunities for our members, including participation in state and national FFA conventions, providing supervised agricultural experience grants, and offering college scholarships.
This auction isn't just an important fundraiser for our chapter. It's also a great chance to come together and enjoy an evening with our community. For more auction details, visit our Facebook page, St. Joseph Ogden FFA. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to seeing you on Saturday, February 7th.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Yes, sir. ESPN Radio 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Thanks to our sponsors from Busey. Busey helping us out every single day here on The Drive, and they want to help you out this tax season with identity theft and tax refund fraud information. Be aware of this. Especially this time of the year, they could be scheming, and by that I mean identity thieves, right now to steal your refund. Tax identity theft has been one of the most common forms of theft over the past 6 years. So in observance of Tax Identity Theft Awareness Week, Busey's team of experts provides steps to protect yourself this tax season. File early, secure your Wi-Fi connection, shred sensitive documents, lock away secure documents, secure your tax return, monitor your mail, and avoid scammers' schemes. The IRS will never contact you via email, text, or social media. If they need your information, they will contact you by mail. A warning sign of tax identity theft is when the IRS denies your tax return, meaning someone has already filed it under your name. If you believe you've fallen victim to tax identity theft, here's what you can do. Contact the IRS, close any bank accounts, contact the 3 major credit bureaus to place a fraud alert on your credit records, and pay your taxes and file your return, even if you have to send it by paper. Remember, the best way to protect yourself from fraud is to be proactive. Busey wants you to be informed from any security issues, scams, or alerts that may compromise your personal or financial information. Visit the Information Security Center on Busey.com or call 1-800-67-BUSEY today. Member FDIC. And again, we thank Busey for sponsoring The Drive. Somebody just hit us up. I think it was Scott and Sarah Hote. Wanted to know what we thought of the Cubs trade. We talk a little baseball here real quick. And if you missed that, can you recap the Cubs trade for us, Evan Stone?
Well, so the Cubs have traded for Edwin Cabrera out of the Miami Marlins, starting pitcher. And they sent Owen Casey as well as I've only seen 2 hitters, 2 other prospect hitters that have gone with, but I have not seen the names on those other 2 players yet. So yeah, they've made a big trade. They've attacked their starting pitching rotation, which I think was absolutely necessary, something they had to do this offseason. But I don't like giving up your top prospect for a guy who's been on and off the IL multiple times over his career. You're trading potential for potential, but you're trading young, consistent, is able to get out there potential versus injury.
And
potential.
you mentioned he'd been on the DL many times. That number, as Ferris Bueller once said, 9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
I think 4 or 5 of them have been non-arm related, but he has had multiple shoulder infringement.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
It's a little concerning. And also, on the flip side of that, some ideas being floated around whether or not Brendan Donovan will still be a Cardinal. He seems to be the most logical piece to get moved next out of the locker room for the St. Louis Cardinals. However, what I can tell you, they've got a lot of young stars of the future that are going to be coming through the area and joining us as the flagship for Cardinals baseball here in East Central Illinois. I'm talking about the Cardinals Caravan. It will be Friday the 16th. Doors open at 11 a.m. at the Hilton Garden Inn in Champaign. Totally free, but you can bring money to try and win on the raffle items and all the cool Cardinal swag as well. And it's an opportunity where we get to interview some of the players and bring you some of that content here on The Drive and on ESPN 93.5. A chance for you to meet these players as well. Bring your family, get some autographs. The Cardinals Caravan, again, that is on the 16th. And the whole crew will be there from ESPN 93.5. Even you, right, Evan? You're not going to suddenly get sick that day. You're not going to show up in a Cubs jersey, are you?
We'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Maybe a Blackhawks jersey because you're a Hawks fan.
I am a Hawks fan.
You're a Hawks fan like me, so maybe show up with a Hawks jersey.
Big game with the Blues tonight. And maybe Connor Bedard spotted back out on the ice.
He was back out on the ice, so that's good news for the Hawks.
Let's see if we can get him back in the rotation.
Could be bad news for the Blues. But yeah, Cardinals Caravan coming up on the 16th. All the details on that as well at StevieJ, that's JAY.com. You have been working feverishly on some stats from our Tuesday draft in regards to the quarterbacks that were taken.
Yeah. I have been working very hard and very fast over here, only to look up and see a text from Big Def that says, I actually have some analytical materials that I've waited for the results to send you to avoid influencing the polls and avoid chicanery. So it's like, what the frick? What did I just spend the last 20 minutes doing? But because of that, we're going to ignore Big Def stats, and we're going to use mine.
Oh, so we are going to do some chicanery. All right.
So I took our polls. I took all the quarterbacks that we drafted.
Yes.
Figured out, okay, we got our favorites. But actually, if we look at statistics, if we look at games played, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, Super Bowl wins, what do the numbers actually tell us?
Okay.
On our draft. And so you've got about 10, 15 minutes left to draft to vote.
To vote. Text us 217-359-2255 who you think won.
Or hit up the socials on the Drive on Instagram and X and Facebook and all that good stuff. So if you were looking at our three teams, I had Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Dan Marino, Steve Young, Warren Moon.
Fantastic draft.
You had Joe Montana, John Elway, Johnny Unitas, Troy Aikman, Sid Luckman.
A little bit better draft.
And Big Def had Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Those three drafts, which do you think has the most yards?
The most yards?
Yeah.
I feel like I got a good chance there because Elway had a huge arm. He was a consistent 4,000-yard passer. I'm gonna go with me. I'm gonna vote for me. Even during the era of Sid Luckman, where they just that's gonna ding me because Luckman ran the ball. Nope, never mind. I take it all back. You've got the most yards.
I was about to say you're not even close.
You got Breeze.
You're
got
not
Young.
even close.
Yeah, it's you.
Marino.
My
quarterbacks have thrown for a combined 313,382 yards.
Good Lord.
Yours threw for a combined 180,000.
Well, that's because Luckman just ran the ball every time.
He did. Luckman threw for a career 14,000 yards.
It's a different era back then, Fastest man in the world, they say.
Your highest passer, yardage-wise, was John Elway.
Yeah.
51,475 yards. He would have been my fourth highest passer.
Okay, great. Whoop-de-doo.
And same with Big Def. So I got Big Def in yards by 3,000 yards. Who do you think has thrown the most interceptions?
Definitely not Sid Luckman. Definitely not Sid Luckman. Definitely not Johnny U. Most INTs, I'm going through the list as quick as I can. It has to be Big Def. He had Favre.
He did have Favre.
He had Favre.
But there's one thing on Big Def's team that is going to knock his interception down.
Well, Manning didn't turn the ball over, so that's got to help. But he had Favre. Rodgers would turn the ball. Well, Rodgers had a run there where he didn't really turn the ball over. Big Ben would turn the ball over.
He has a player that is still in the middle of his career.
Mahomes is going to save Big Def.
So because his stats are not quite finished yet.
Yeah.
So Patrick Mahomes has thrown 85 career interceptions, which really knocks his interception total down, even though he has Brett Favre. I threw the most interceptions. I've got 1,047 interceptions.
I would think with Breeze and Young turned the ball over some. He was a gunslinger. Who threw the most picks? Is it Breeze?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Threw 243 interceptions. Warren Moon right behind him at
Warren.
233 interceptions. Brett Favre leading the way with 336 interceptions. But Peyton Manning threw more interceptions than Drew Brees in less games.
What's the next category you got for us? Okay.
Touchdowns. Who's thrown the most touchdowns?
I'm going to go Big Def.
You would be correct.
I got to go Big Def because he's got
by about
gunslinger.
100.
Yeah, he's
by
got
about
the
100.
Yeah.
And then Super Bowls. Who has the least amount of Super Bowls?
The least? You.
I have Tom Brady.
Oh, darn it. Yeah, that's right. Big Def.
It is Big Def.
Yeah.
Big Def combined has won 9 Super Bowls. I have won combined 11 Super Bowls. And what do you have?
More than that.
You have 11 Super Bowls.
Wait. Now, to be fair,
Sid Luckman never played.
Luckman played
that
before.
Doesn't matter. You picked a guy before the Super Bowl.
No, wait, but he was a world champion, though.
That's still not a Super Bowl.
Fastest man in the world.
Okay.
How many championships did Luckman
So you
win?
lead the way in world championships, but not Super Bowls.
Total champions. Total championships.
No, because then are we doing college championships?
No, we could, but I'd still win.
I don't think you would.
Because I think Luckman won a national title every year in college.
Oh
I don't have that number
gosh.
up in front of me right now.
All right. So I have the most yards. Big Def has the most touchdowns.
And I got the most championships.
And we've... Sure.
I've got the most championships.
Sure.
Don't discredit me.
Give him a heater.
And I have the best... my quarterbacks have the best completion percentage overall.
Okay. Well, again, you're going to ding me a little because Luckman was such a great runner. You keep going back to that. All right?
I'm not going back to that.
You in your mind you are. I can see.
Luckman threw 132 interceptions.
That's not that many.
He threw more interceptions than Steve Young.
Jay Money has a great question. Who got sacked the least?
Sid Luckman has thrown more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers.
Big deal. Rodgers got to throw against some awful. I almost swore. Rodgers got to throw against one of the worst era of Bears defenses. He got a decade of trash Bears defenses that he got to throw against.
Guys, I don't have sack numbers. I'll look those up.
Most wins.
I don't have sack numbers and wins.
Who's the winner? Well, yeah, and you know what?
I gotta think.
Here's the thing. I would bet it's got to be either you or Big Def, and I lean Big Def because because remember he's got Patrick Mahomes, who's gonna ding his numbers a little bit simply because he's still mid-career. Valid. I hear you. I'm just saying, my guys. I think Aikman and Elway are the only two 16-game quarterbacks. So two of my guys are only 16-game QBs. Well, Montana was a part of the 16-gamers as well.
Know. I don't know. But Big Def, what are your analytical materials? Go ahead and text them in. All
right.
Do you have them?
I don't have them. I was about to say I got the most championships, though, and that's what this is about, winning championships, the best quarterbacks.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know what? If I would have had the first pick and I would have gotten Brady, this would be over, buddy.
No.
The chicanery that has gone on here,
It wouldn't.
I will not stand for. But,
It wouldn't.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I got the most wins. I'm pretty sure I'm the champion.
The most starts.
I
have the most starts by 10 games.
Over Big Def?
Over Big Def.
Yeah, I can see that. Sure. Again, your quarterback's got some extra games, got a little extra time in
Yeah, but if you average them out, that's what I'm saying. Like, you average them out, it's still mine are still superior.
I got the best 14-game quarterbacks you've ever seen, pal. Okay? You take away a couple, 3 of your quarterbacks' games against mine.
You're talking about who Aaron Rodgers played against?
Mm-hmm.
Sid Luckman played against us. It was us out there.
I don't think so. I don't think it was us.
Fastest man alive runs a 5.2 40-yard dash.
Listen. He was not that slow. First of all, he wasn't that slow.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
A 5.2 40-yard dash. Look at him go! Boy, he put his tennis shoes on today.
Tennis shoes, he says. Tennis shoes. Michael in Charleston says, hate to do this to you guys, but I got to vote for Big Def. You two had too many of the quarterbacks I just can't stand.
What?
He had wait a minute. He had
the least objectionable list?
He had Favre. He had Rodgers. He had Roethlisberger.
Mahomes.
But you know what? I don't hate Mahomes the way other people do.
Oh,
people hate him because I don't have the hatred for Mahomes.
It might be his wife, but it's
yeah, I could understand that. But I'm just saying, has there been you're talking about 3 of the most hated quarterbacks of all time on Big Def. Yeah. Now they won. I'm not taking that away from their skills. I'm just saying if we're talking about guys you can't stand.
When I was in college,
if you were go ahead.
Well, when I was in college, we were on a basketball road trip, and we stopped at a gas station, and we were having the debate, the argument, who's the greatest quarterback of all time.
It's
now,
a fun
this
one
is
to have.
before Tom Brady, obviously. Who's the greatest quarterback of all time? And one of my buddies was like, it's John Elway. It's for sure John Elway. And this lady walking out of the gas station says, I've met John Elway. He's a real a-hole. And so now,
give him a heater.
To this day, my buddies, we use John Elway as a euphemism for, you're being a real John Elway right now.
You know what?
You're a real John Elway.
He seems like a really nice guy to me. You know?
I don't think so.
I think he's a really nice guy.
So you got a bad guy too.
Just because some old lady at a gas station says he's a bad guy.
No.
It probably wasn't even John Elway that she met. It probably just looked like John Elway.
Which of these groups has the least amount of divorces?
Gotta be mine.
No.
Gotta be mine.
It might be Big Def.
Well, is Rogers? Did he ever get married? I'm not being funny.
I think he had.
I don't think Rogers got married. But
he might be at 0.
Favre's got like 13. Pretty sure.
Oh my gosh! No, he still has Deanna. She won't leave. That won't end.
No. Oh,
we're getting into dangerous ground right
just
now.
13 scandals. That's all Favre's got. All right.
He's got all the scandals.
Here's the deal. I have the least amount of scandals on my team. You have the most because you have Tom Brady. There's no way you have.
What scandal has Brady ever been a part of?
Oh my. That could be a draft in and of itself. Draft your Tom Brady New England Patriots scandal and see who wins. 217-359-2255. He says some of us hate Brady at least twice as much as everybody else. That's fair. I get it.
It's the double-edged sword of greatness.
Yeah.
People hate greatness.
They hate us because they ain't us, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
They hate greatness.
Vote for who you think should win. Wink, wink, me. 217-359-2255. That's your number for the Max Twin City Recycling text line. In all seriousness, good job on efforting those stats, man. That was good stuff. And I can't believe Mike in Charleston is taking Big Def because he thinks Big Def has the most likable group of quarterbacks. That's
he might have the most likable quarterback. Peyton.
Peyton is the most likable.
I think he's probably the most likable on this list.
Yeah. Yeah. I could agree with you on that one. Steve Young's really, or Joe Montana. He's probably the most liked that I've got out of the bunch.
Out of Skechers wearers.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean Aikman's really good at what he does.
Aikman is great, and up until the last 2 years,
I think the rest of them are dead.
Stop it. Yeah, I watched Major League last night just to make myself laugh. I was like, this guy here's dead. We'll cross him off then. So I just got to
give him a heater
one more time. Jay Money says, I like these nerd stats, Evan. Thank you. You know what? On behalf of Evan, I'll say you're welcome. All right.
It's a lot going on right here.
Yeah, lots. And he did it all by hand, too.
It's all by hand. No AI.
We don't have a budget for an extra computer or a calculator for Evan.
This computer doesn't work anyways. I'm just over here.
It's really just there for window dressing, just to make just so if you watch the live stream, it looks like you're doing something.
Yeah, it still has my Piriformis pulled up from what I pulled last week because I can't X out of it.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, well, when we come back, we will have the winner of our draft.
All right, and you got an Etched in Stone bet we'll do as well on the way?
I sure do.
All right, make that money next on the drive.
You've heard about the doggy bag, right? From Bulldog Disposal Muhammad, a 6 cubic yard canvas bag that can be used for easy cleanup instead of a big dumpster. The one-time use bag is now available, and you can save the delivery charge. Get the doggy bag at Do It Best Hardware in Champaign at 107 West Springfield. So fill up the bag, call Bulldog Disposal, have it disposed of, and you'll be organized. Go to bulldoggybag.com for all the details. That's bulldoggybag.com.
Hi, this is Pam Moore with Philo Exchange Bank. Whether you want to do your banking online or you prefer face-to-face interaction with our friendly staff, Philo Exchange Bank delivers banking that helps you reach your personal or business goals. To us, you're not just another face, you're a part of our family. Visit us at any one of our locations in Philo, St. Joseph, Allerton, or Broadlands, and we'll be here to help.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC.
It's Samantha Barnhart. She's our law enforcement official of the month. She does patrol right now for Champaign Police Department. Police officers are good people that want to help people on not their best day. Mm-hmm. You enjoy that?
I do. I love getting to know the ins and outs of the city, the people. I love interacting with the public.
Well, and as a crisis negotiator and crime scene technician, these are some challenging roles at Champaign Police Department, too.
Yes. There's only one other guy that does both units, so him and I connect quite a bit, talking about our experiences, but otherwise want to help as many people as I can. I want to do as much as I can. I want the most out of life for myself, for everybody.
But you've got that it thing going on where it's just kind of in you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of God-given talent of saying, I want to get better.
Yep, and I can't sit still.
And you're a patrol officer, which means like 5P to 3A.
I see the ins and outs. I see people's worst days. My heart breaks for them. But it's a job that I enjoy doing, and I think I do it well. And if I can do it and I can do it well, why not?
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola.
The Drive with Curtis Allen and Evan Stone on ESPN 93.5.
Do not jump around if you're driving. Just kind of bob your head a little bit. ESPN Radio at 93.5. It is The Drive. I'm Curtis Allen. That is Evan Stone. Tallying up the votes from our Tuesday draft. Hey, some breaking news in regards to the portal, yeah? You have that in front of you?
Oh,
sir?
yeah, sorry.
He was dancing. Literally
I was dancing.
You were feeling good.
Yeah, the Illini just picked up a transfer commit in Ball State wide receiver Ty Robinson. Wasn't Ty Robinson also is that a Jaguar?
Sounds right, actually.
Ty Robinson.
Sounds right. I didn't say you were wrong.
Come on now. So love this. 6'4", 200-pound, 11 catches for 113 yards last season for Ball State. 3 injury-plagued seasons at Ball State. This is reporting from the one, the only, Jeremy Werner.
Jeremy Werner from
IlliniInquirer.com.
Tomorrow we're going to have our friend, Jeremy's friend, the great one, Kyle Tosk, on with us to talk Illini hoops and little transfer portal as well.
Yeah.
But mainly hoops.
This sounds like your Bowick replacement, who also came from
Ball State.
How
about that?
So,
yeah, good call.
Interesting. I believe he did, right?
That's a big target, 6'4", 200. I mean, that's something you want.
Yeah.
And you want size. So you need a big target for Caton Hauser. We didn't talk about Rusk leaving in the transfer portal a whole lot. Does that ring anything with you? I mean, we talked a little bit about it the other day, but I have seen way more than I guess I expected on social media from Illini fans and even on the text line about that one. Did that one get to you at all?
Only because I like Cole Rusk as a human being.
Sure.
But I think his is based solely on potential.
Yeah.
Once again, because when he committed, he was going to be that next kind of flashy, weapon on the offensive side of the ball. To receiving threat is the phrase I'm trying to think of. That can get out there and be your safety valve and stretch the field a little bit.
A tight end that can stretch the field. Bingo.
And tearing his ACL before the first game, his first year here, I think really kind of sidelined that whole possibility.
Yeah.
And then this year, it just felt like it just never really clicked and never really took off. And he started the year with a couple of drops, but as the year went on, really solidified his hands and I think felt comfortable on the field. He ended up committing to Arizona, so he's transferring to Arizona. So good for him.
Yeah.
And then I saw Caleb Patterson has committed to Kansas State.
Yep.
And then obviously, if you missed it, David Alano goes to Texas A&M.
He's an Aggie. And some stories out there. We can't confirm about how much Alano got to make the move to A&M, but
yeah,
from what we've understood, what we've heard, it was a substantial.
I think I also saw Malachi Hood transferred to West Virginia.
Yeah. So I mean, again, familiar names, but when you have some sustained success like the Illini have, you're going to see some of those familiar names come and go. And Bielema addressed that yesterday in his presser with Matt Bailey, who, by the way, is back and is going to be a big anchor on that defense next year. But, yeah, Bielema addressed it. There were no big surprises. One or two. He said there were one or two that I thought maybe they ended up kind of surprising me a little bit, but overall not a whole lot of shockers in there. So,
yeah.
But, yeah, a little portal nugget. Thank you for that, Evan Stone.
As always.
And if I had a snare drum, I'd do a drum roll here to get the final results of our draft. Oh, you know what we got to do before that? You know what? I'm sorry. We got to get that money, honey.
We need money.
We got to get Exton Stone.
All right.
How can I forget?
Yeah, I mean, few games that I really like. So we did, unfortunately, Iowa. Well, not unfortunately. Never going to be too upset at Iowa losing a sporting event. So, but Iowa drops last night. So our 2026 college basketball etched in stone bets right now are sitting at 1-3. So we got to catch up. Plenty of time, though. Plenty of time. We're doing okay.
Yeah, it's early in the year.
Here's where I'm going tonight. There's quite a few games. I'm going to look at, first of all, the most interesting line of the night. Alabama and Vanderbilt. The over-under is sitting at 180.5.
Oh, goodness.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to touch it because I
won't either.
I would not want to take the under on a game like that because you want to see some fireworks. Mm-hmm. So that would be fascinating. But just so that's in your wheelhouse, Mercer right now is 10-2 against the spread. They're playing Citadel, and they're a 15.5-point favorite. So if you want to look at that and jump on that, I'll be playing that tonight. But that'll be a lower unit.
I got to tell you, it has nothing to do with the bet. The name Mercer's always bothered me. It's always made me think of a rash. Like just a rash that won't go away or
You're
something.
thinking of MRSA.
I know I'm thinking of MRSA, but Mercer always makes me think of Mercer.
Well, in honor of Jake Davis, I will be taking Mercer tonight. But that is not the etched in stone. Marquette is 3-11 against the spread.
Not great.
They play Xavier tonight. They're 4.5-point favorites. I'll be jumping on that. I'll take Xavier plus 4.5, but that's not my etched in stone.
No.
Low unit. My etched in stone right now is going to be Duquesne.
Love it.
Minus 2.5 against St. Joseph's.
Yeah.
St. Joseph's is 3-10 against the spread. Duquesne is 10-2 against the spread. They're getting 2.5 points at St. Joseph's. Duquesne minus 2.5. Etch it in stone.
We need money.
We need that money, Duquesne. Etched in stone. I got a good feeling tonight's going to be your night.
Tonight's going to be a good night. The other game, my phone's not loading now, is in the SEC. Interesting line here. Ole Miss is 3-11 against the spread.
Oh.
Okay. Not good.
No.
Arkansas traveling down to Ole Miss. 3.5. Arkansas minus 3.5.
What are they against the spread? Do you have that in front of you?
I think they're sitting about 500.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but Ole Miss is they're not a very good basketball team. So that was another game that I was looking at. We'll put some low. That feels kind of a smelly spread, just like the Iowa at Minnesota was. So I'm a little scared off of it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I'll throw a little small unit at Arkansas to cover against Ole Miss.
All right, I like it. So with that, we have etched it in stone. Something to get you a little beer money for the weekend. Maybe a couple of large pizzas.
Duquesne minus 2.5.
Duquesne. Etch it in stone.
Go Dukes.
Do you have the results, sir, for our Tuesday draft?
I have been trying to keep up with the text line, but with so many texts coming in a little bit.
I'm going to just tell you right now, I won the text line. I'm pretty confident in that. Now, the actual number of votes, we can split hairs and debate that all day long, but I feel pretty good about winning the text line. Okay?
Okay.
But I know I didn't win Instagram.
Do you know? Okay.
I'm pretty sure text line, it's like 20 for me, 10 for you, 5 for Big Def. Pretty sure that's how it is. Or maybe it's 20 for me and then 8 and 8 for you in Big Def. Pretty sure.
Okay, sure. I'm going to take your word for it. I'm going to take your chicanery word for it. Okay, so I think Big Def is.
Did he catch you on Twitter yet?
All of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you counting votes?
6, 7, 8. 8 votes for Big Def just came flying in on the Instagram.
Oh wow! And he's up 42.5 to.
He's beating me by I think 1 vote on
Twitter.
On Twitter,
he's got the percentage on Twitter.
42.6% to 40.4%.
I got 17% of the vote. I'm the Ross Perot of this one, baby.
Who got more text votes, me or Big Def?
Actually, I think it's split. I'm not joking. I think that one is split.
So
and Justin in Tolono just had one come in for Big Def as well.
What the?
Easy. It's live.
Frick.
That's
what I said.
The dump button doesn't work. Okay, can't just say these things like that.
Well, okay. I mean, according to these numbers, as is, I'm going to give it another 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Winter is coming.
Oh, winter.
Wow.
I don't know what that happened.
Big Def has got it by 2 votes on the Instagram. He's got it by 1 vote
And I promise
on
you,
X.
we will smash.
And apparently we're split. So he's got if we're split, he's got a 3-vote kicker right now.
Oh.
So
I won?
You for sure did not win. I know that. There is no doubt in my mind.
We were just doo-doo.
That you did not pull it off.
I didn't win this one, did I?
I think there's a lot of recency bias with people jumping on Big Def's list.
Okay, go ahead. Because he took Mahomes? Is that what you're saying?
Well, all of his quarterbacks are in this era.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing, that Big Def. Most interesting.
And so we
All
got
right.
a bunch of kids voting.
So what I'm hearing is